Hey, Thursday morning. I thought I'd do a quick video log before I go into work today. It's I've been watching a few YouTube videos about life in Perth and Australia in general, etc., etc. So I thought I'd just give my own view as such, because if you ask Daryl, he will always say that I'm constantly moaning about Perth, which isn't entirely true. I love where I'm living. I'm excited to be in Australia on the other side of the world. And we certainly are in a place where we are far better off than what we would have been had we stayed in the UK. The winter in Perth, I detest with a passion. Now, Perth itself is backwards in many, many ways. And this is, I'm not saying this to insult people in Perth at all, because they're wonderful. But there are certain aspects of life here that do sort of bug me. Everything closes down really early. So if you want to go to a supermarket after a certain time, you can't. It's shut. The little shops in streets close early. So trying to get a bite to eat, or a coffee or whatever in the afternoon, can be verging on impossible. It really can. And the winter just exacerbates it even more. I mean, look, I'm not a winter person. I never have been. I never will be. I've got, I can't even, you might be able to see it. I don't know. Look, there we go. I've got my knee brace on because I've got pain in my knees, and I've got pain in my joints and my neck and my back, and oh my lord, and all these different things. Having said that, oh, excuse me. Having said that, look, I've been reading this amazing book, Addicted to Anxiety, which is absolutely amazing. It's by someone called Owen O'Kane, and he's a gay guy from Ireland, and he grew up during the Troubles over there. And he's talking about anxiety, which I do suffer with a lot, and I do talk about on occasion. And all of these aches and pains that I'm feeling at the moment aren't necessarily physical things. Are they manifestations of my mind? I think they're manifestations of my anxieties, to be honest with you. And the more I think about it, the worse they become. But that's for another vlog. So anyway, the winter, the winter here is not great. The houses do not have any of the how can I put it, the amenities that we would have in the UK, from central heating to underfloor heating to heated towel rails. Look, you can get that type of stuff, don't get me wrong, but we certainly don't have it. We have air conditioning for the summer. We don't have a reverse cycle air conditioning, so we don't get heat from that. All we've got are literally, electric bar fires and a hot water bottle and a blanket. So it's kind of like going back to a time, gosh, what would be the last time? 1981. As a child, so I was 10 years old, my family moved from the apartment they were living in Nash House in Fareham, and we moved to a house, Thorney Avenue in Fareham. And it was an old house. It was built just after the war, like so many houses were. And the windows were, they were wrought iron, I think they were. And there was rust on them. It was a cold winter. That winter was freezing, if I remember rightly. Somebody may correct me. But it was bloody cold. And there was ice on the inside of the actual windows. All we had at the time was a tiny little coal fire. And I remember huddling around this coal fire, either doing my homework or before I went to school. And gradually as my parents got, more money, they put central heating in and all the luxuries that Brits enjoy, which we don't have here, or at least I personally, me and Daryl do not have. We live in a house built in 1995, which was the year we got together, and it's, by Australian standards, it's quite antiquated. So look, I suffer. I say that. I say that in a very tongue-in-cheek way because I don't really suffer. My hands hurt. I wear gloves. I wear the compression gloves for my arthritis. I wear these type of things, especially at this time of year. Otherwise, I don't. And the wind here is astronomical. This is one of the most windiest cities, as well as one of the most isolated cities in the world. So the wind can be an awful problem. We planted an olive tree out in the yard, and get me saying yard. that's not very British. Normally it'd be garden, but we have a yard, and where the wind's blown, it's kind of, the tree is sort of bowed downwards because it's that strong. We've got quite a high fence as well, but that's, you can hear that creaking, and it's a windy place in the winter, it really is. And in the summer, we get some really hot winds as well. So everything closes down. If you go into Perth city centre at this time of year, it's dead. I mean, it's dead anyway, but this time of year it's particularly dead. So there aren't any, the markets going on and that type of stuff. I did actually see the other day, advertised on Facebook, you can go to Christmas in July, because actually the weather at the moment feels very much like the winter in the UK. So I might actually think of doing that. We are actually going to, Katy Perry concert towards the end of this month. She's in Perth. I think she's at the arena. I can't remember. I don't know her music. Daryl keeps telling me to listen to her music, and I'm like, no. What if I listen to it and I hate it? I'm going to go along green. I don't know her. I'm just showing my age. I don't know her music, but I'm going to experience it for the first time, and I'm glad to be experiencing it in a concert hall. Hopefully, I'll enjoy it. I mean, I keep sort of, saying I don't want to go, and it's going to be a nightmare, and all the rest of it, and I'm too old to be going to a concert. I'm 54, 55 years old, verging on 80, and I really don't want to go. The last concert I went to was back in Portsmouth, 1980s, and it was a group, I think, they were called Yaz. That's how long ago that was. It was a very, very long time ago. It's 40 odd years ago, Something to do in the winter. Otherwise, I blog. I'm doing a lot of reading at the moment. So, there's that book I've read on anxiety. I'm in the middle of reading The Ministry of Time, which I've actually got next to my bed as well. I'm not, it's okay, but I'm not getting into it. And I've been reading a couple of books. There's one by Hiro Arikawa, which is a cat book, Japanese based, fantastic. I've got a second book as well, which I'm going to look into. So there's a few different things I'm doing just to keep my mind occupied, which I do, and try to not think about the god awful weather outside. I don't watch television at all. The only thing I really do watch is YouTube and the news, GB News mainly, because that's what I get. I can't get anything else. The politics of that station doesn't necessarily sit well with me, but I do enjoy some of the banter to and fro, which is fine. And on long winter's nights, it's great to take your mind off your own issues, really. Like I say, at this time of year, my anxiety does come to the fore. All the aches and pains are back. I've had a terrible ache and pain in my side, left side, which is actually just gradually going away now, and I put that down to my IBS as well. Haven't done an IBS vlog for a while, so I might do one next week. But mine has been playing up, and that is the change in seasons as well, which does cause that, as well as anxiety and probably me eating the wrong things. Anyway, short one this week. I'm going to, I will do a written blog at the weekend, so this will be part of it, and you are, welcome to partake, make any comments, and please subscribe as well. This isn't the polished YouTube channels of other people. I quite like that. I just like to be able to sit here talking with you, and I think that helps my anxiety as well. And actually reading that book, this is a good thing to do. Very cathartic, very therapeutic for me, if not for you. So yeah, thanks for taking part, really, and I'll see you next week.